All right, it's your man Hans Nobi. Let's get the vibes going. Let's rock. It's Tuesday. Let's get after silence. Text messages. Of course, again, about the text messages for communication. There we go. I'm gonna pick this up later, I promise. Promise I'm gonna get better at this. Promise I'm gonna get What's good? What's good? What's good? I don't have any transitions. I'm just getting right into it, man. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a good time. It's Tuesday. Don't focus on motivation, focus on discipline. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just set up. I share it everywhere. A lot of you guys got to catch the replay. Probably at work, probably doing some stuff, man. But yeah, man, we here. So on today's live stream, I'm gonna make it pretty simple and straightforward, man. So what's a couple things. So one of the reasons why I wanted to do this live stream was you guys know that I'm always trying to put you guys on game in regards to like what's happening out there, because I'm kind of I'm in a void in regards to like where my career is. So on one side, I'm a music producer that runs a company called Room 380, right? And we work a lot with indie artists in regards to their projects. But I've also had the privilege of working on some stuff in the major. So, my first placement was with Trigonometry on his album Trigonometry with VP Atlantic Records. That came out, so that kind of got my feet wet in regards to working with the majors. That sort of opened up the doors for me. And then while I was doing that, I got tapped by some homies out in LA that was looking out for me and got me a job at All Dev Digital, being the music producer for their content. So in 2019, if you saw any content with like To Hear More, if you saw anything with St. Patrick Cloud, Tony Baker, Kevin on Stage, any of those guys, Will Ferrell, most importantly, I was producing music for their content. And that was a pretty good job, man. To get paid every month just to make beats and make beats for their content was awesome. Unfortunately, the company went bankrupt, and when T.I. bought them out, no one had a budget for music producers, so they probably outsourced that, which is totally cool. But it allowed me to really get out there, and you know, that eventually opened up the door for me to be hired as an A&R for Mark Wayne Music that focuses more on pop electronic music and as well as R&B, pop R&B mostly. So my days is pretty much split between working with the indie artist that has like 200 followers that's trying to figure out what it is he's trying to do, what it is that she's trying to do, and then the other half is like, hey, Universal has this budget, this is their casting list, we got to get this done, and then trying to develop those contact lists so that way Magic Juice, who's the producer for Mark Wayne Music, to get him those those opportunities. And he has his own network, but it's just me just constantly trying to find different opportunities. So I'm kind of into this weird thing where I'm just balancing between, the like I said, the artist that's like, yo, how do I increase my Instagram followers? And then someone is like, hey, we have a budget of $150,000 for our next, for just our marketing budget for the single. What do we do, and who do we need to contact? So it's that thing. So I'm always trying to give you guys game. One thing I wanted to actually touch base on was something that I've said in the past before on Twitter. And if you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, at Hanznobe, HANZNOBE. But one thing I said before, and I kind of joked about it, but I was also kind of serious when I said that one day a robot is going to become one of the highest selling artists in the industry. And people thought I was crazy. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a while, is I want to actually show you what the majors are doing, and why you as an independent need to keep an eye out. So I'm subscribed to Billboard Music, Billboard Magazine. I definitely recommend, let me actually kind of pull this off, because it's probably annoying some of you guys. I definitely recommend getting a subscription to Billboard Magazine. I think it's like, I think annually it's like 100, maybe 250, I think, maybe. Or you can subscribe to Billboard Business for like $10 a month. But I definitely recommend it. The reason why is you need to pay attention to what the majors are doing as well as the indie side, because we know that the indies determine where the markets are going to shift, and we know that the majors are always years behind. However, the majors will always do it bigger and better because they have a much bigger budget and have much bigger sources, right? So I always subscribe and always read these magazines, and I always like read through them a couple of times to sort of tear them apart. Of course, I get the digital version, save the trees. I'm not going to sit there and get a magazine delivered to my apartment all the time, but I actually want to go over this. So, okay, so a couple of things here. This is probably going to be a long stream, and I'll try not to cut your ear off. But in fact, let me do something. Hold on, let me see if I can pull something up. Give me a second here. There we go. That's what I'm looking to do. Okay. All right. Let me just put this over here just in case. All right. All right. So, coolly. All right. Let me just kind of. All right. Okay. So, a while back, if you're not aware, let me catch up to speed. So, a while back, a sort of well-known country music artist got caught saying the N-word in a conversation, right? One of his black friends was drunk, and he referred to him in the N word, right? And so it got out, of course. His label and him tried to do cleanup in regards to like, oh, we were sorry, that was very insensitive at the time and anything else. And he got blasted for it. I mean, he wound up losing on the front end. And what I mean by the front end is that like people didn't want to touch him. However, on the back end, his streams and album sales went through the roof. Um, this was something that sort of baffled everyone. Like, why is he getting so much support after he did something so heinous, right? Um, and we don't have to do a huge deep dive into why that is. But one day we may have a conversation about how cancel culture is creating superstars. We're not going to do that now because that's a huge rabbit hole. But one day we are going to have to talk about how we should properly handle people that we want to fade away. Because this whole thing of just turning a switch and say, okay, we're done, you're creating anti-heroes. But we're not getting to that. So anyway, they partnered with Billboard, and what I mean they, like the country music labels that partnered with Billboard to do like a refresh, right? If you are a fan of K. Michelle, she has been desperately trying to get into the country music scene and become a prominent figure, because we all know she is a great songwriter, and we know she'll make a great country music songwriter. But she has expressed that she's gotten a lot of pushback. So anyway, we're not going to deep dive in that. So here's the Billboard magazine, and I was going through it, and the one thing about the Billboard magazines in regards to the charts, do you have to pay attention to the charts if you're selling 200 to 500 copies of your single or your album a year? Not necessarily, but I need you to notice something as we're scrolling through, right? So we see Willow here. And as we're going through, of course, we see UFC. Now, of course, you guys know this is paid advertising because they have to sell the space. So that's their media sales team reaching out to these people, and their media buying team meeting to create that. And I was just going through, right? And you, of course, so another thing as well is the Black Eyed Peas. This is their 25th anniversary of being with this grassroots management. They took a whole bunch of pages out of Billboard to celebrate their win. There's Willow again. So we already know that we know Willow's coming out with an album, but we definitely know for sure, because if she's all over this magazine, they're definitely trying to prep her to become, for her album sales. So anyway, so I came across this article, right? The market. I like this section because it kind of tells you what's happening on the business side and how you can sort of apply some things, right? So the market here, what they're talking about is how these labels are creating holographic artists, right? And some of you guys are aware, but that some artists, some of the music you hear in pop music are from AI generated artists. So let's stop right there. First thing when I came across this, the first thing that came to my mind is, okay, why are they doing this? And when I think about how artists are now educating themselves and becoming more knowledgeable in how the business is ran, if I'm running a major label, right, and I'm constantly getting artists who sign with me, but then they blow up and now they want to renegotiate the contract, and I see both sides of the coin. But if I'm a major label, and let's say, for instance, like Meg Thee Stallion, she said, "Hey, I read my contract, I educated, I want to renegotiate." She has every right to do that. However, on the other side, if it wasn't for us that put the money behind you, you wouldn't be this big artist that you are today. So you owe us this. So you want to take more of the pie, but you wouldn't even be getting on the checks if it was for us. So I see both sides, right? And it's becoming sort of a pressure point, a pain point for labels, right? So I totally get that. So one of the possible solutions is, okay, cool. Well, why don't we create a holographic artist? So what that looks like is, so there are certain, so let me back up. Let me give you more context of what's happening now. So Adobe created a program where if you type in a sentence, if you choose someone like Jay-Z's voice, Eminem's voice, or whatever, the AI would take the tonality of that artist and rap that sentence or pronounce that sentence to you as though they said it. It doesn't quite have that exact cadence because we know as Americans we kind of we kind of speak in cursive in a bit. So like that's how you get like someone from the East Coast or maybe someone from Atlanta and they talk very very fast. Where it's like blah, 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 right. So you have a little bit of that in the way a human talks because we're trying to get our words to catch up with our mind. With AI, not so much. However, some of these labels have created avatars where you have an artist with a specific face, they have a personality, and they can sing these records. So if you're sitting there and you're engineering like, oh yeah, I can take Melodyne and make it sound like you actually hit that note. Well, imagine a robot being able to do that without you. Right, so it's like if I say, "Hey, the song's gonna be 142 BPM. We're gonna do a dance, not dance hall. We're gonna have a like a R&B pop record, but at the bridge, you're gonna break down the dance song, this, that, and the third." Well, guess what? Now labels have everything they need to make that and market it. So let me actually give you more context. So I was going through this article, right, and if you take a look here, sorry, scam calls. If you take a look here, just at this section, at a quick glance, you think these are real Asian girls. They're not. These are all avatars, right? And the crazy thing about it is that now, if I'm a major label, instead of trying to go find some 14, 15-year-old girl I have to develop for the next 3 years out of like Katy, Texas, who has parents that can put money behind them, I can just create my own. The thing about it is that what they're doing is they're marketing it to 13, 14-year-olds, 12-year-olds, and 11-year-olds. Now you're probably like, okay, Hans, well, what's the big deal about that? Okay, well, let's see. So going back to Willow, right? So Willow, when she dropped her record With My Hair, that was aimed at a specific demographic. Now, if I'm not mistaken, let me take a look here. I don't think Willow Smith has dropped an album in like a minute. Right, so let's see albums. Let's take a look, cause I don't want to misspeak. Okay, so she dropped in 2015, 17, 19, and 2020. Right, so we don't have to sit there and look at all her sales and everything else, right? But what we do know is that she was marketed to a specific demographic, right? So I think this was when With My Hair, right? This album? Nah. Which one is With My Hair? Let me see. Again, I don't want to misspeak. Let's do that. Let me push this over a little bit. Okay, this was 2010. Wow, it was really that long ago. Okay. Oh, duh, I was still in college. So anyway, so she hasn't had a hit that I can remember since 2010, right? So let's use her as an example. And I love Willow, right? I love the music. I love the record her and Kid Cudi have together. It was on his album, but I love that record. But so if we take a look here, right? We haven't heard a hit record from Willow in 10 years, right? Or it has been what you would call a hit record. So if I'm a label and I'm putting money behind this artist to get me a hit, which I haven't had in, let's say, X amount of time, I don't have to worry about taking loss on that in regards to paying for housing, getting extra money. I don't have to worry about this artist negotiating with me for more money or whatever else, because I'm doing everything out of machine. So this sort of started back when the hologram Tupac came out. And this was a while. I remember when this happened, like people freaked out, right? So this was during Snoop and Dre's show. My Chrome's acting slow.
I wouldn't sit here and say like Emotive is a great company to
we don't care
to work with if the numbers didn't show that.
But we don't care. Okay. So this is Coachella 2012, right? and I don't want to get, you know, right. So this is Tupac, 2012 Coachella. He's doing his thing, right? Of course, it costs a lot of money because this is all mirrors and everything else. You kind of got to work on it because as he's saying, he's still sliding around. He's still sliding around like you're playing WWE SmackDown 2004 or whatever, where the it's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to do, but as technology advances, you're going to be able to do a lot more. So let's say, for instance, I'm Interscope and I sell the rights to this, right? So I sell the rights to Tupac. I can sell this as NFTs or whatever. I can still have the same energy on stage and release more music because he has such a rabid and crazy fan base that this is going to sell forever. This, as crazy as it sounds, now imagine having an artist of this caliber, but it's a hologram. And you're 11, 12 years old, they have a record you really, really like, and you're like 18 years old, and it's normalized. It's like, yo, I'm about to go see, whatever artist here, and or this group, and it's normal. It's not weird, right? So the reason why, as an indie artist, you should be aware of these things is that your competition is going to be AI. So if you're sitting there, you're making TikTok. Hold on, make sure we're good. Okay, if you're sitting there and you're making TikToks and you're trying to work this formula to get all this attention, not only do you have to worry about artists in like your area, your specific genre of music, but you also have to worry about a company investing in a hologram and capturing that attention. They're not looking to make the next Tank. They're not looking to make the next Her. They're not looking to make the next Chris Brown. They're not looking to make the next, Turnstile. They're not looking to make any sort of like adult music. But if you can get this into kids and they grow up with it, what does it really cost you? This is going to be all profit. Of course, marketing, this, that, and the third. But for the most part, you don't. The main reason to do this is that you don't have to worry about the artist's habits, them having a family. Hey, I can't do this. I got other obligations. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. You don't have to worry about that. So I want to bring this to your attention because it's a real thing. Like it's a real thing, and they cover it well here in Billboard, but just something to look out for, man. Something to look out for, man. Something to look out for. You know what I'm talking about? Let me do this. It may be easier if I just do this, right? Yeah. Where's my chat? Where's my chat? There we go. All right. But yeah, man, I want to bring that to your attention. But I would definitely recommend investing in the Billboard magazine, or at least making it a habit to check in on what's going on the industry side, man. Because the worst thing you want to do is to be like the last ones to see what's happening, you know. And one day we'll get into why this is important. There's Willow again. There she is again. There's a whole write up. You know what's going on. And this is all more again, like I like some country records. I'm not a country music fan necessarily. I like some country records, but like we know what this is, man. You're gonna show diversity, right? We get it. But right now country music is trying to go through a new rebrand because it's not a good old boy. And it like bluegrass and all that other stuff, we know where it comes from, but the problem is that when you think country, you think white boy music, right? And rock has gotten so diverse where you don't necessarily think that, and with country music, like that brand doesn't work in today's society. Like you have to have black faces. You have to have you got to have a gay artist or two. You got to have that there because in order to sell, you got the piece of what's here in the climate. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky because you may find one of these artists and be like okay, this is totally dope. Like now, like one of my favorite albums that came out. How long ago was that? That was a while ago. What album was that? So Brittany Howard, if you guys know about her, but definitely check her out. Of course, I'm keeping misspelling this album right here, Jamie. This out this is bluegrass. Like this was a really well written album. Yo, show me some images. Chrome is acting crazy, so I'm sorry, but this album here, if you get a chance, load this up on whatever DSP you use. Check it out. Totally great, well written, well arranged. Like she did her thing. I see why she's like, yo, I need a solo album outside of her group because she really did her thing. But as great as it wasn't talked about. And I think Tyler has said something about it. I think a couple artists are like, yo, you should check this out, but nobody, it didn't get the attention. So country music has to do sort of a rebrand because, you know, people aren't checking for those country records like that anymore. They have a fan base, but if you're trying to appease to my people and you're trying to appease to, you know, different cultures, you can't have Toby Keith and like it has to look a little different, man. Like no one's checking for Dolly Parton right now on my side. Maybe my parents, but yeah, man, it's going through a rebrand. So now I'm gonna show you the power players. And keep in mind, this is a trade magazine. So if I'm looking to get in the country, I now have people I can reach out to. So for instance, for this lady here, if I find her name, guess not. Like I now know who to reach out to. She country power players. Now I know who to reach out to. Hey, if you have some good music, reach out to us. But the problem is, of course, it's the mindset. It's not necessarily, it's the mindset of, hey, it doesn't matter if you write great music. We're not going to include you because you don't fit this description. But you know, again, not to get too deep into it. But yeah, something to know. So for my indie artists out there, center country music, Black Eyed Peas again. Just know that don't be surprised if you see a sort of an influx on your streams. But yeah, that's it. Just wanted to cover that. I'm gonna be on vacation again, starting tomorrow into next Monday. Should I do? I guess I can do a beat video, right? If that's cool, can I do a beat video? Should I do a beat video? I guess. Why not? Why not? And I'm gonna upload a few more joints to my. I'm gonna upload a few more joints to my my Beastars page. Let me make sure you guys can hear this. Give me a second. All right, cool. Alrighty. What should we do? I'll make it simple, man. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. Let's see what we have here. Oh, so let me use this Murder Beats drum kit that I got. I might as well, since I use all those points for it, right? Since I use all those credits for it, let's see what we have. Last time I should have kept it live. All right, let's see. All right, let's do that. Let's see, this is 158. Drag this in. And we'll make it real simple, man. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. See double time. So let's move this over. Smooth it over, main. Let's see. Bam. Let's get rid of that. All right, so it's already kind of low, so I want to put some sort of effect on it. So let's see what we have here. And also, if you see, well, I'm not gonna say anything. I'll let you guys figure that out. I guess I can do the drip. Let's see. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Let's do this. Where's my Edison? Bow. Record. Alrighty then. So you want to so I just want to cut off that last bit. Okay, I see it. I see it. All right, and we want to make sure it's at the a little tidbit: when you're cutting up samples, try to get it at where it dips low. So what you're looking at is this line that's going above a certain threshold. If you cut it when the line is down, that means that's perception wise where like you can't hear the waveform anymore, and then when it goes up is when you can hear it. So if you hear a clip in your sample, sometimes that's what it means. But just zoom in and see, but that should be good right there. So we're gonna get rid of that. Cut, bam. And I already know I'm gonna have to slide this over. There we go, bam. All right, so let's get rid of this. I don't need that anymore. I'm probably gonna have to cut that off, but let's see. See how it's a space, and I know there's a way of doing it. I just forgot how to do it because I haven't cut samples in a minute. Let me just see something. Let's do this. So I want to loop it to see if I cut it correctly. Bam, right on the money. And also yeah, just right on the money. Okay. So what I want to do is let me go. I know what I want to do. Let's go back to Edison, because what I actually want to do is sample rate. There we go. So for the Drake effect, if you take your sample rate from 4800 or 4400 to 1000, it'll make it sound like this. it wants to play. Oh. What happened? Oh. Interesting. Okay. Here, let me send this to. Why is it so long? Pause. My fault. Interesting. Let me figure this out. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, just delete. Bam. And we're gonna have you, because I think I know what I have to do. Interesting. Let's do 48, 1, 2, 3. Or will it? You know what? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I want to see if I can record it at that low. Let's see. So record. I wonder if it will. Probably not. It's probably not what I'm looking to do. Let me test this out. Okay. So record it at that rate, but if I bring it down to 1,000, resample. That's what I need to do. Bam. No. Okay. 2, 3. Why you acting? Why you acting like that? If this thing crashes, I'm not I'm not making another beat. This is one to forewarn y'all. If it crashes, I'm not making another beat. I just want to test it out first. Alright, cool. So play. Oh, that was dope. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Bam. And the playlist. I just want to see what it'll sound like. And I don't know why it's so. That is weird. Okay, no worries. That's 4, so let's get rid of these 2. It's cool. We'll do the underwater effect. That ain't hurt nobody. Right? So we have our thing here. So now we can reset this. Right, default. It's gonna sound like that, and then let's do the master and cut. Let's get to it. Let me check the chat again. I just want to see. Okay, cool. Bam. So for my trap, for this, let's do Southside. Let's try something. Harsh, right? Why is it so hard? Pause. There we go. There we go. Sorry. Let's see. There we go. Something not so harsh, right? Is it over here? Oh, got it. Where's my schneer? Trying to develop a rhythm. There we go. for real. If it crashes, I'm not even joking, because I got the stuff I gotta be doing. G sharp, C, D, E, F, G sharp. So I'll do the piano roll. So remember what we said in the last video. So we want to change our root note. Well, we have our root note, which is C. Which is A minor. Yeah, bear with me. I got a lot of things on. Right, so we have we're going to bring this up a little bit because I want to make sure we're using the right tone. Oh, you know what's the easy way of doing this too? Is I have my kicks here. Why don't I just paste them here, go here, go into my piano roll, and just shift them up. So I can already tell that I need to work on the whole. Well, not the K and the release. See how it's canceling each other out. So we wanna. The hold is fine, but it's the release. So we'll move this one up, right? So let's see. See how it's canceling. So let's go back. What is it? Just the hold. There we go. So you can I want to make sure this not sound like oh, duh. Kobe is the sample. Sorry, y'all. That might help, right? Wouldn't sound like a step. fine. Let's see. And I may have to. I think I know what the problem is. And I promise we're almost done. D sharp, same thing. We're gonna go here. D, so that's D. G sharp is up. Again, I want to come up with a basic chorus. I'm just trying to think. Going to the melodies. Octane, don't fail me now. Club plug. Let's turn this down. Damn it, I forgot the melody. That was hard. Hold on, let's see. Of course, while I'm playing around. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. See MIDI audio set, man. Enable. Type in keyboard, mention on recording, pre-count, sort of input, No, that's, see, tools. Is this it? Last 2 minutes. Yes. What? Oh, did it? Did it? Nope. Oh, it's way over here. Gotcha. Yay. Yeah. All right, see. Let's put this in here. One time for FL Studio. Okay, so let's go in and see our pattern. Why are you way over there? I already know I started on A, so I don't have to trip too much. Right? was on the second one, right? Did I not? Was that not it? Oh, this is it. This is the pattern I'm looking for. It's right here. If I can get it to... Got it. This is what I'm looking for. That's why. Okay. What is going on? Oh, I see what's okay. What is this? Hold up. Oh, I see what's gotcha. So we want that, yeah. Alright, so some of these are some dissonance. Actually bring this down when I that one. Don't sound the same, right? That's right. So actually, you don't sound right. So let's bring this down. So even though some of these notes are out of the scale, if it just sounds good, just keep it. Now I'm worried about this F because the F doesn't sound right. Now these don't sound that great. God dog it. Oh, let me do this. Hold on, because I know that's annoying. Let's bring some of this down a little bit. Alright, cool. Now I'll fix the... It's this one. It doesn't sound... Oh. Now we're starting to get somewhere. I want to put an effect on that, and let's see, halftime. All right, now this is going to be the regular melody, and this is going to be the chorus. So what I'm thinking is clone. I should probably save this beat right while I'm over here playing. And I've been creating a B-Stars folder. So I think, let's see, we'll make this holographic. Yeah, holographic instrumental. Novi, and then 158 BPM, A minor again. I've been making a lot of stuff in A minor. I wonder what that means. All right. So we'll make this number 3. What is this? Oh yeah. So make that number 3. We get it. Do I want to do the drip? Actually, let's do halftime. Right, got a couple minutes left. I gotta get ready for this meeting. I'm gonna do halftime. We'll see what happens. leave it just some space for vocals. So that's pretty much it, man. I make these beats simple, as y'all already know. Views on my last stream. So split this out, bam. Split this out, bam. We're gonna do this quickly. So I have everything already arranged, right? As far as the melody's concerned. So bam, 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 bam. We know that's gonna be the chorus, so we don't need this. Oop. We don't need this. We don't need this. That's my chorus. That's my chorus. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I just know what I'm gonna add. Let's see, trap hats. I'm gonna make this. So I'm not afraid to use. I'm not afraid to use MIDI loops because I don't get the whole. I'm a real producer. I don't use You artists don't really care if you use loops, right? Because you just want something that's hard. Now, of course, you don't want something everybody else has that gets that, but I'm gonna put an effect on this one. So give me a second. So. Alright, cool. So go here, and then that's it, man. Wow. Get rid of this. Why is the emoji coming up? What? Gucci. That's it. And then we got an arrangement. Do this 3 times or twice rather, right? Because it's looking kind of long. Pause. And so I always do this. Whatever the pre-chorus is, I make it the intro. It's something that it's something I got from just studying Sade. It's what they always put the bridge or the pre-chorus in the intro. But yeah, this is the beat. Oh, hold up. One last thing, and then I'm out. Cause my boy sent this over. It's one of my new tags. No, it's not even that one.
If it's he, Hans, know where you wanna be.
So that's from my man Tynell. Shout out to Tynell out in Jersey. See, I'm gonna turn this down, and then we're gonna make sure this is matching the tempo. See. So if you look, well, never mind. But in the upper left-hand corner, you're gonna see the tempo. If I can get it to 148. Sometimes I can get it right. Wait, 159 is fine.
If it's he, Hans, know where you wanna be.
What's 158 times 2? 316. Let's see if we can get it 316. Nope. That's not gonna work. So I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna make it 159, then we're gonna stretch it. And then that's it. And I gotta get ready for the beat. Gotta get ready for the meeting, man. Yeah. Then we're gonna do beat. We're gonna stretch it out to like here.
If it's he, Hans, no, we on a beat.
If it's he, Hans, no.
We on a beat. If it's
Stretch. This don't work. Oh well.
if it's he, Hans, no, we on a beat.
Alright, y'all, that was my text to let me know it's time for me to wrap up. But hope you enjoyed it. Hope you guys got something out of it. It's your man Hans Nobi. Hit like and subscribe.